Welcome everyone to Commissioners Court. If you would, please silence your phones. Be sure that they are silenced during the meeting. Before we get started with us, we have Brother Chris Henderson with us to lead us in our invocation. And Commissioner McCann, the pledges, please.
Lord, as we gather in this place, we come so to do your will and to do your work. As we begin this time, would you please fill us with gratitude and hope that the decisions we make might reflect you. Give us a spirit of collaboration to work together for one another's good. Help us with that, because that doesn't always come naturally. Let our words and our actions uplift and encourage us so that all your children would be served well. Truly today, God, let our decisions flow from you and your desire. I ask that you would bless these men and women who are called and elected to serve you in this court. And may everything that we say and do be for your glory, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Brother Harrison, thank you, sir. Well, the time is 9:03. We do have a quorum, so we will call this meeting to order. Are there any citizens' comments?
No, sir.
There are no court announcements to make at this time, so we will move to item 1, which is consider and take actions on minutes of previously held meeting of Commissioners Court on September the 9th, 2025. Are there any additions, deletions, or comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the previously held Commissioners Court meeting on September 9th, 2025.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the minutes of Commissioners Court date September 9th, 2025 as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item number 2 is consider and take action on request for a refund of overpayment of taxes from the Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector.
Good morning. I have 2 refund checks for court approval totaling $26,677.27.
Court, questions?
That first one there is just an adjustment for the house not being completed in January.
Yes, sir.
The assessment.
And is that the total amount of taxes for all entities collected or just Henderson County's portion?
That is for all entities.
All entities?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner McCam to approve the refund of overpayment of taxes requested by the Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Item 3 is consider and take action to appoint a new member to the Henderson County Child Welfare Board. Ms. Vaughn.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This is for Cindy Williams, asked for by the board. Abra Roberts, her application and background check have been approved.
Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to approve the appointment of Cindy Williams to the Henderson County Child Welfare Board as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. Item 4 is consider and take action on Amendment 13 of the Southern Health Partners contract for inmate health care. Sheriff.
Good morning, Court. This is the amendment that we have, that's been presented to us from Southern Health Partners. And we started this contract with them October the 16th of 2010. We are one of the oldest Southern Health Partners contracts in the state of Texas, which can sometimes be a bad thing, but in this case, it is not. We have worked with Southern Health Partners time and time again with the county. We've been able to start all different types of new programs inside the jail, and the administration of Southern Health Partners and the administration as far as inside the jail with the nursing staff and the head nurse is consistent. There's not a lot of turnover, so we've all built really good relationships, and we're able to work through a lot of problems. From January 1st to September of this year, Southern Health Partners has been there with us, of course, and they saw 154 inmates that have been detoxing from either alcohol or drugs, which that's probably one of the most dangerous times somebody is in custody is in a detox situation, and they're able to catch those, and so they've caught 124 of those. And had good success with those, 154, I'm sorry. And then they've found in that same time frame 114 diabetic inmates, which can be an issue inside a jail setting. They've done 5,157 blood sugar checks in that time. And in the first half of this year, of course, our average inmate population has been 427 so far this year. And anywhere from 252 to 275 inmates were taking medication, so that's 59 to 64% of our daily population is on daily medications. That's a big load inside the jail. They actually saw their mental health professionals that we've started that program. They actually had 920 visits with inmates in the first half of this year. The physician has seen 955 inmates appointments this year, and they've conducted 8,781 blood pressure checks in the first half of this year. And then in the first half, 286 inmates were placed on suicide watch due to screening forms, and they have to see every one of those inmates to actually clear them. Jail staff doesn't clear them. The mental health professional clears those, so they have to see each one of those inmates and tell us when it's safe for them to come off of a suicide watch. Not only that, from September of 24 to September 25, there's been 5 different life-saving efforts, including suicide attempts, CPR, and overdoses that have been successful, that I'm very, very proud of. There have been 15 significant critical incidents that were identified early, thus preventing death, and they include heart attacks with open heart surgeries, 2 extensive cancers caught, 2 ruptured appendixes. One of those needed a pacemaker, several strokes, some serious pneumonias, bone infection, diabetic issues, and then complications from HIV patients with secondary infections. And then that's just basically what they've been doing on a daily basis inside the jail. With our new mental health piece that we have created, I'm very, very proud, and I finally got some numbers. And I thought it was kind of funny when I started gathering the numbers. We had our first meeting on September 12, 2024. When I was looking at the numbers, it was actually September 12, 2025, so it was year to date. So these numbers are a good year. And right now inside the jail, we've got 42 active felony mental health cases inside the jail and 12 active misdemeanor mental health cases, totaling 54 active cases. They've resolved, or the group has resolved, 48 felony cases and 30 misdemeanor cases, totaling 78 resolved mental health cases. I promise you, before this program was set up, we probably didn't resolve 20 cases a year. And so this program is working. We've worked over 132 cases in the year. When we have these meetings, we go over, I know other counties, they just kind of set a number like 10 and they go over 10 cases. We do not. We'll sit in there as long as it takes. We go over every case by case, to see how we can move them, and we're making strides. I feel like we have sped up the process by at least 180 days. And with that being said, that's a $705,000 savings to Henderson County if we take what our average daily cost is $50.22 a day. So we've done some great things. SHP is using Henderson County as basically a pilot program to offer this program to other jails, not only in Texas but across the nation. We've done some really good things and we couldn't have done it without the partnerships of SHP. And our mental health program has actually grown bigger than, and I didn't even realize this until talking to the DA's office last week. It's actually grown outside of our core group that meets, because now when a defense attorney goes to the court and just verbally says, I'm going to fill out a motion for a mental evaluation, the courts used to just wait on that motion to be filed with their office. And I mean, it could be 30 days, 60 days before that motion's ever filed. Well, now the court coordinators every 2 days is calling that defense attorney and saying, hey, remember you were supposed to file this motion. So we're speeding up the process, and it's grown outside of our core group, which I think is truly helping us address these mental patients inside our facility. So I feel really good about what we've been able to do. The increases in this amendment is going to be for an extra nurse at night, and actually we already have an extra nurse at night because of the chronic care inmates that we have in custody right now. So what we're paying now and what this contract price is going to be about a $5,000 a month savings on that piece. There is a dental piece where right now the dentist comes in every 2 months. Well, this will bring the dentist in every month, every 30 days. There's enough work for him to do. And then there's naturally in the contract when we signed in 2010, there's sometimes they go up a percentage. They're going up 5%. We've been able to keep them from doing that every year, but this year they're going up 5% on so they can pay their employees a little more. But it's a great organization. We've done some great things. We couldn't have done it without the commissioner's help and this court's help. And I think truly when I see that $705,000 savings a year, I think we're doing a lot of good.
Court, questions, comments?
How many employees do they have over there at any given time?
It's really hard to tell because I go back there. Of course, they've got med techs that they're passing out medication. Of course, the head nurse is there Monday through Friday. Then there's other nursing staff there to deal with. So there's 2 nurses during the day, and then now there's 2 nurses at night. Then, of course, you've got your doctors that are coming in twice a week now. Then you've got your mental health doctor that's coming in once a week. Then you've got your mental health nurse that's there 30 hours a week. And then from time to time, they outsource and they do x-rays and stuff inside the jail. So it's really hectic in that small area back there. But there's always at least 2 nurses right now inside the jail 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's really needed. We're basically running a large I refer to it as a nursing home, to be honest with you. I mean, they're not, those folks aren't taking care of themselves outside of custody, and when they get here, they're in bad shape, and we take care of them.
I think it's worth noting that, and I don't believe that most of the population realizes it, but, we want these people behind bars, but after we put them there, that they're not forgotten, and that a lot of them have chronic illnesses.
And we're seeing
drug problems and alcohol problems, and all of that has to be taken care of, just on this $1.2 million.
Yes.
So, we're not putting them in there and forgetting about them. They have problems that have to be resolved and issues that have to be taken care of too.
Yes, sir.
And it's costly.
It's very costly, and we're seeing more of the inmates today. When I started in 1998, of course, I was a floor officer as a detention officer, and we didn't see the the chronic care issues back then, and it's getting worse and worse every year.
You know, we have the contract shows for 400 inmates, and then there's per diem on everything above that. Can you explain that about our contract inmates at those other counties and stuff, or the federal government that contracts with us, they take care of those others, because our county inmates usually always under 400, but we got the contract inmates, it puts it over the 400, so that cost is being passed on to the other entities, correct?
Yes, initially, I mean, they're paying us, a daily rate, and we're still in negotiations to go up on the marshals. That's looking pretty good, so, but yes, they would basically, I think right now, we have anywhere around 70 or 80 contract inmates. And then our average day, we've got 462 in custody today. So we've got more contract inmates. So that's where that money would come from, was the other counties and the federal government.
Well, given, Commissioner, you have anything you want to add? If I remember right, when we started with them in 2010, they were very new to the state.
Yes, they were very, very new.
And it was not so much a leap of faith, but it was something that we have developed over 15 years of, and being able to adapt to the changing landscape, legislative incentives, the Sandra Bland Act, all of these things that we do are heavily medical and psychiatric treatments. And being able to provide this, I really want to thank Southern Health Partners for their partnership in this, because it's really been wonderful. We're actually running a 500-bed medical facility.
Yes, sir.
And that gets lost in the translation. You said here today, anywhere from 60 to 65% of that population takes medications of one sort or the other. And the actual being able to move these individuals with psychological issues at a faster pace not only saves us the bed space, but it also helps mitigate any of the added complications to staff and to the population as well. So hats off to everyone involved, and it's very encouraging seeing the involvement of the courts getting more and
Yes,
more
sir.
in, because that is the final hurdle in many of these cases, is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, not that these folks got lost,
Right.
but they got lost. I mean, to be honest with you, now we're actually tracking them, and we can actually see with the relationships that we've built with Southern Health Partners, the county, Andrews Center, we're actually able to see every month. They might be like one of these inmates that's really chronic care. He just got listed on the forensic bed wait list, and he's number 498 before he'll ever. So he's got 497 people in front of him before his bed will open. But we're able to see those numbers drop because we keep up with them. And sometimes in a month, they'll drop 20 to 30 beds. So, it's a good thing, but we weren't watching it that closely before we started this program. And this is one of I've got a few programs that we've started at the Sheriff's Office, and this is one of, I feel like, is most impacting, that people really don't realize outside of county government of how impactful it is across Henderson County. There's more mental health patients out there, and a lot of it's due to alcohol and drug use, but there's a lot of folks out there that we end up having to take care of, and we're having to get them to where they're legally competent to be able to stand trial.
Well, in a state of 31 million, there's 4,500 forensic beds.
Yes, sir. We've got less beds today than we had in 1962.
Yeah. That is of itself why, when you look at that being in line, 468, wherever that number was, whether there's only 4,500 beds to service a population. Incarceration rate used to be, what, 3%?
Yes, sir.
Pretty steady.
Yes, sir.
You know, work that math out and then take half of that, working yourself down. It's staggering how few beds are available and why the county jails across the state are de facto the mental health provider of the state.
Yes, and I mean, if they're on it, like being, his number's 498, or it was last Thursday, that's 2 years out. At a minimum, that's 2 years out. So he's our inmate. It's a major charge. He's not going anywhere. He's our inmate until that bed opens.
The theme that has developed over the last 6 years is that you better do it yourself because nobody's going to come help.
Yes, yes. The legislature has poured money into building facilities, but then they can build them, but then there's no money to staff them. It's a broken system that needs to be addressed, and it's got to be addressed above county government.
Court, anything further? Well, Sheriff, thank you. With that, we'll entertain a motion with
Judges,
authorization.
I'd like to make a motion on Amendment 13 with the contract for Southern Health Partners with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner McCam to approve the Amendment 13 of the Southern Health Partners contract for inmate health care with the county judge's authorization to sign. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present.
thank you, Court.
Item 5, consider and take action on contract with the Office of Attorney General for the fiscal year 2026 statewide automated victims notification services, otherwise known as the Savons Grant Award. Ms. Vaughn.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This is the fiscal year 2026 Savings Grant Contract with the Attorney General. It's from September 21st of 2025 to August 31st of 2026. It's a reimbursement grant. The Savings, for those of whom don't know, is this Texas statewide automated victim notification services. It allows for victims of a crime to get updated information concerning their case, and it is a mandated software that we have to have. So,
Court, questions?
So this is a reimbursement grant, so is this actually the money that we actually use during the fiscal year that's reimbursed to us, or is this just a portion of what we use that's reimbursed?
this is 100% reimbursed.
100% reimbursement, okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to approve the contract with the Attorney General for the fiscal year 2026 statewide automated victim notifications services Savons Grant Award. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. The next item is related, number 6. Consider and take action on a contract with Psychologist Gov Incorporated for the maintenance of the fiscal year 2026 statewide automated victim notification services. Ms. Vaughn?
So the Attorney General, they went out, and it is a new contractor. It's going from a PRIS to this, but it looks like it saves them about $8,000 a year. Our new amount total will be $10,482.03 instead of about around $18,000 a year.
Court, questions?
This is the service that they use to contact the victims.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll make that motion with the judge's authorization to sign.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner Spivey to approve the contract with Psychologist Gov Incorporated for the maintenance of the fiscal year 2026 statewide automated victim notification services with the judge's authorization to sign. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 7 is consider and take action on setting the Henderson County Solid Waste Convenience Station fees. At this time, we'd like to pass on this item. There's a couple more touch-ups we'd like to do to it. So we'll move to item 8, which is consider and take action on a special road use indemnity agreement with Terracon Consultants Incorporated for County Roads 4304, 4305 South, all located in Precinct 4. Commissioner.
Yes, Court. We approved a road indemnity agreement with Terracon back several months ago for 4319, and they now they're needing access on 4304 and 4305, and they're wanting to add to their bond another, I think it's a little over 0.8 of a mile on these two roads, and so they're here with today to apply for this road indemnity agreement and stuff within our precinct. And I think they're doing this. This is for the solar farm that's going in at west of Moore Station. So,
Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion with all necessary signatures.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the special road use indemnity agreement with Terracon Consultants Incorporated for County Roads 4304 and 4305 South with the judge's authorization signed.
I'll second the motion.
You'll need to sign it as well.
I'll need to sign it too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with all necessary signatures then.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner McCam to approve the special road use indemnity agreement with Terracon Consultants Incorporated for County Roads 4304 and 4305 South, located in Precinct 4, with all necessary signatures. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Item 9 is receive financial reports, of which we have none. Item 10 is consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheets, and there are none today. Item 11 is consider and take action on submitted contracts, of which there are none. But item 12 is consider and take action on requests for right-of-way permits.
Precinct 1 and Precinct 3.
Commissioner Spivey?
Yes, Court. Crescent Heights Water Supplies came to me last week needing a utility line permit. They will be boring under County Road 1405. A 6-inch water line inside an encasement, 8 inches, will be installed, and then approximately 60 feet in the right-of-way of County Road 1406. So water line.
Court, questions? Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the notice of proposed utility line activity for Crescent Heights Water Supply to bore a water line under County Road 1405 and in the right-of-way of 1406, located in Precinct 1 with the Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the right-of-way agreement with Crescent Heights Water Supply Corporation for the installation of 6-inch water line and bore involving County Roads 1405 and 1406 with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Commissioner.
Yes, I have one with Moore Station Water Supply Company on County Road 3607. They need to repair a leak in the right of way.
Questions?
Hearing none, I move that we approve the notice of proposed utility line activity for Moore Station Water Supply Company to repair a leak on County Road 3607.
I'll
With the
second.
Commissioner's signature.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the right-of-way agreement with Moore Station Water Supply Corporation for leak repair on County Road 3607 with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Item 13 is consider and take action on submitted budget amendments. All right. Court, questions, comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the budget amendments as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner McCam to approve the budget amendments as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Item 14 is consider and take action on payment of bills. Ms. Carpenter?
Yes, sir, we have fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $597,513.90.
Commissioner Spivey, questions?
She answered my questions yesterday, Judge.
Commissioner McCam?
No questions.
Commissioner Richardson?
No questions, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2025 bills in the amount of $597,513.90 as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner Spivey to approve the 2025 bills in the amount of $597,513.90 as presented. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously by those present. Item 15, consider and take action on submitted plats.
We have one plat in precinct 1 and all these are paid.
Sorry, Commissioner, I'll give you a minute.
I was just curious about revenues permit, if we have me sign that. Okay. Yes, I have a replat application on property located on 101 East Beverly Drive in Malkoff. The reason for the replat is to change the boundary on lot 21 as he's selling a portion of his property to the neighbor. The development office is here if there's any questions.
Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the replat of lots 19, 20, 21, and 22 for a final plat of lots 20R and 21R for filing purposes only.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the final replat in the Briarwood Harbor subdivision, creating a final plat of lots 20R and lot 21R for filing purposes only. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously by those present.
Thank you, Court.
Thank you. Item 16 is open and consider bids, of which we have none at this time. And item 17 is to convene into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071 for consultation with attorneys to discuss pending lawsuit with Chill Labs LLC and Cattleman's Bank regarding the Lake Towns at Lake Palestine subdivision located in Precinct 4. Court, can we have a motion with a time?
I'd like to make a motion to move into executive session at 9:45.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner McCam to convene into executive session at 9:45. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We will recess until we're finished in executive session. Thank you very much. is now 10:57. May we get a motion to move back into open session?
I'd like to make a motion to move back into open session at 10:57 a.m.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner McCam to move back into open session at 10:57 a.m. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. And now this is associated with line item number 18, which is consider and take action on matters discussed in executive session regarding the litigation with Chill Labs LLC and the Lake Towns at Lake Palestine subdivision located in Precinct 4. Is there a particular action to take at this time?
Yes, there is, Judge. First item, I'd like to make a motion to for the county attorney's office to represent Henderson County in the court in the case of CV 25-0464-3 and all related matters.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner McCam to authorize the county attorney to represent Henderson County in the cause number CV 25-0464-3 and all related matters concerning such. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Mr. County Attorney.
Yes, Judge. In court, we had, I think, a healthy discussion and a good discussion. I think I speak for both sides of the aisle that, none of us would like to be in the situation we're in. We obviously would have liked it to have gone smoother with this development over the course of 12 months, but yet, it didn't work out the way we wanted to. But our recommendation today is that the court agree to the extension of TRO on action of the letter of credit with Cattleman's Bank, and we extend that out until October the 21st. And that would include, this does not have to be part of your motion, but obviously that would, you've given us authority to act. We would sign off on an agreed order is what I would envision, that we would sign off on an agreed order with the attorneys for Cattleman's Bank and the attorneys for Chill Labs agreeing to the extension of that temporary restraining order until the 21st.
Court questions?
And hopefully that would give us time that would give us a month and a week to work on some of the other things, possibly getting a new letter of credit extended, new bond extended, new development plan extended, the purchase of the property closed, and get on track to start construction late October, early November.
Court, questions, comments? Well, I will say that I appreciate the efforts brought forth by all parties that are related in this. It is the county's desire that we have development and that these developments take place and individuals coming to our county enjoy a wonderful lifestyle. The world isn't perfect and we run into some of these. I won't digress into my rant against the state and what they did in 2019, which laid the groundwork for these type of situations. I think that's fully well known. So, court, if there's any further discussion concerning this, we'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to extend the TRO to October the 21st of 2025.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner Spivey to extend the temporary restraining order in cause number, CV 25-0464-13 until
I believe it's just three.
-3.
Is it one?
-3, I'm sorry, 4-3 to the October 21st, 2025 date. Is there anything further? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously by those present. Any further discussion need to be had related to any matters? If not, then?
May I, Judge?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't introduce myself. I'm John Lassner on behalf of Chill Labs and Jamie Holdings. And we did discuss in executive session a prospective closing date on the 19th of this week, and there's been some difficulty in gathering the funds to close that because there are individuals who are interested in this but are worried about the existing construction deadline that's set from the county. And so I would renew my request that there be a contingent extension based on a closing based on our ability to close before the TRO actually expires, if the board would consider that, and the attorney on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know that right now. I would recommend that we consider that. And
If we need to take a moment to discuss, we certainly can, but that's the only remaining issue that would help me tremendously in bringing this forward.
when you may know, or Kenneth may know, when was the date on the bond?
I think it's tomorrow.
Is the completion? Do you think we can extend the bond date to the 21st without?
I think that bridge should still be there, but the county can agree to extend the construction deadline.
Because if we could go to our bonding, if we could go to these individuals, including our bonding company, and tell them that the county would be agreeable if we were to close to an extension of the construction deadline until September 17th of 2026, I think that would be a tremendous help to us. Now, we're not asking that the county commit to anything if we don't also do anything by the 21st, but, you know, assuming that that could be a contingent recommendation and change from the county, I think it would help us tremendously in finalizing these issues.
While the county attorney's thinking, what is being requested is that we take action today to extend your construction deadline?
Only contingent upon us actually closing and doing a number of things that we discussed with council, but the subdivision regulations provide that you can extend these dates. We obviously have a worry related to the current construction deadline. I think Mr. Kenneth took the position that we would be in default of our bond. I mean, we need to show the surety that if we do fund this and close it, that we have more time to build. Otherwise, we do have concerns that people are not going to get in line and actually.
Do we not have a 60-day clause?
The breach hasn't happened, it's an anticipatory liquidation, which is somewhat of a breach. That would happen tomorrow, maybe it's already happened if it's anticipatory. We haven't issued that breach, but there is a defect period in which the developer's team can, for good cause, ask for an extension that could be granted by this court.
Given that 60-day clause being in effect, based upon what has been proposed, moving forward with the temporary restraining order, would we not be able to take this up at a following court to give more time for thought and examination given the 60-day perfection?
I think Mr. Lassiter's concern is that they wouldn't be able to close and fulfill their end if that's not done. So that's kind of
it's a chicken or egg thing, but we have a bonding company and investors who are looking at this default date and saying, why would we contribute to anything when you're already in default and the county can take an adverse action? So, and that's kind of what I was alluding to in executive session. If there was a way for us to get this extension contingent on us, meeting, funding the close, settling with the current landowner who's had her issue and paying that lien off, could there be some agreement by the county contingent on that to extending the deadline? Because only then am I even going to be able to get the surety.
Help you if we just agree not to go after the breach of the bond, or you actually have that bond deadline?
It would help me that if we do certain things within the 60-day period, that you would agree to extend.
The simple matter is, everybody knows it takes so much time to build it, 6 to 8 months, and nobody's going to move outside of this circle here unless they know that that's available. And being a contingent is fine. As long as everybody does what they're supposed to do, that extension is in place. But they need to know that it is, and it's not something that may or may not be available. If it is available, and they have to perform, I think that solves it, because if they don't perform, there's no risk to the county, but if they do.
You need that, but if you need to have it in a formal motion or do you think we could just take that to go into the minutes of the court?
If it goes into the minutes of the court that you would agree to a 12-month extension, I think that would be acceptable.
And given that we're in open session now, and really having this discussion, you realize this is an additional ask of the county through this process, and it's not just a slight imposition. We have no issue, and I'm not speaking for the other members of the court, we have no issue in the fact of, it takes time. All of us have been in construction. We understand construction very well. Our good faith in working up to this point, in my opinion, if we're going to take steps 1 and 2, 3 and 4 will most definitely, I would assume, be coming. So I just want to lay that out there.
No, and I don't think it will hurt, though. I mean, there are not minutes on the executive session, but there will be minutes prepared for this meeting. And I think that it is fair to say that in our discussions, what we have discussed as a court is that, we would want to see what we call the Myers litigation resolved and taken care of. We would want to see any liens on the property taken care of and disposed of. And we anticipate that Chill Labs will be successful in getting this property purchased and closed on. And in the event that those 3 things occur, the county is going to be in agreement of extending the bond or having a bond renewed for a new 12-month period, having a new or extension of the letter of credit, and then also extending our development and construction plan for a new 12-month period. I don't know that we necessarily need to see that in a motion and order format, but I think that is the plan moving forward that I hope Ms. Margaret can incorporate into the minutes, that is what we would like to see as the county, and that is our plan moving forward.
We thank you all for the discussion. We understand that your sole motivation is to protect the taxpayers and the constituents of this county, and I did not mean to bring that up.
I'm glad you did. I mean, that's why you're here.
But we do have some issues we have to run around. It sounds like there's a 60-day period built in anyway.
For cure type activities, our total intent is to see all these things happen in the time frame that we've discussed both in executive session and here while the restraining order is in place. Right. And we thank everybody for your commitment to this.
If the others on your side want to hear the comments of this, they just got to go to YouTube at Henderson County Admin and watch this last 5 or 10 minutes of discussion.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet. Is there anything further?
There is nothing further.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Courtney, if there's nothing more on item...
Well, I would like to
Yes,
also say,
please.
too, that was a valid point there, and I'm glad it was brought up in court, because everybody knows the intention of the county. We would like to get the property developed. We know that it's not going to be developed in a month. So the extension would allow the property owners that extra 12 months to get the development going. So I'm glad it came out in open court because our intention is, to get the property developed and the county not be developing it.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Anything further? Item 19, consider and take action to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Richardson to adjourn at 11:11. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We are now adjourned. Thank you.